Good afternoon, everyone. This is quite an assignment this week, quite detailed. But to get started, the first question is how many people of each race did you record? I did 29 magazines with a total of 35 people, because on some of the magazines there was more than one person, so I did on each one of them. And my total came out 26 white, 8 African Americans, 1 Latino Hispanic, and no Asians. And on the second question, it's what was the ratio of men and women? 40% men and 60% women. Which was pretty even keel almost. I mean, just a little difference there, not much really. On the next question, how were men typically clothed? It was casual. Most of them were casual, and that was 9. Professional came pretty close. But on one of them, I counted them casual and professional both. One of the magazines that I did was This Old House, which the clothes they wear are casual, but for their job, it's their professional clothes. So I counted it as both of them. And then how were women typically clothed? And 2, believe it or not, it was also casual. Most women are clothed casually. But on one of them, just like with the men, I put it on casual and professional both. On one of the front of one of the magazines was Shirley Temple when she was a child. And the clothes she had on were considered children's casual clothes. It was just a little dress, a little casual dress. But that was also her professional clothes as an actress, as a child actress. So I counted it as both. How were the women typically clothed? Oh, I'm sorry, I've already did that one. Let me move on. Starting to repeat myself. What body type or build was most prevalent? And I got average with a close behind of curvy. Average was 15, curvy was 13, which is very close. And on what body type was least prevalent? Well, thin and athletic came in tied for 2, which the only other body type that left was overweight, and it came in pretty close with 3 as being the least. So I thought that was pretty interesting that, there was such a close relevant on some, and then, it's like 2 different groups, this group and that group. What age was most prevalent? Now, I found this to be very unusual because you think on most magazines, you think of young, beautiful people being on them. And we forget that, middle-aged beautiful people are also on magazines. But the age I come up with most was in their 40s. And then what was the least age prevalent was, of course, Shirley Temple when she was a child at age 6. Which publications were most inclusive? Now, on some of these, they could go both ways. It depends on how you looked at them. I looked at them as not only the type of people that read them, but also if they covered a certain characteristics, like healthy living. Anybody would read healthy living, but if you're not interested in that type of magazine, you're not going to read it. But I have quite a list here. Women's World, Red Book, First, OK, Women's Health, Men's Health, This Old House, Sports Illustrated, W, which is a fashion magazine, Glamour, Vogue, GQ, they're all fashion, Curve, 17, 17 self-explanatory, In Style, Closer, Closer, Healthy Living, Cosmo, and Allure, which is a beauty magazine. And then the last question is, which publications were least inclusive? And some of these could have been in the most inclusive, but in my opinion, I looked at these as being least inclusive, as being ones that, once again, anybody would read. Life, Time, People, Newsweek, Inquirer, Examiner, Star, and Entertainment. As a whole, I found this assignment very interesting and at the same time kind of exciting in there, looking at all the magazines. And being disabled kind of limits me on how long I can stand at the magazine rack, and not being able to spend a lot of time. I used my phone and took a picture of a lot of the front pages of the magazines and then came home and did it. And you know, just picking and choosing and what magazines I wanted to use once I got it home. And then, you know, finalizing everything. When it comes to working with numbers and stuff and having to figure, this is just right up my category, up my alley. So I found it very interesting, you know, numbering everything. And I really enjoyed doing this assignment. That's all for now. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.